Hello, everybody. Today I want to talk to you about the Dewey Decimal System and specifically the area of the 500s. Now, the 500s are a really popular area in our library because this is what includes our science topics such as mammals, birds, fish, reptiles, amphibians, planets, dinosaurs, and so much more. But before we go and talk about all the books in this area, I want to talk about how to locate the books by finding the call number on the spine. Now, if you remember, the Dewey Decimal System is a way to categorize our nonfiction books. There's 10 areas, and those 10 areas are based on subjects. So the 500s, what we're talking today, is a classification system, a grouping system to help us find the books on math and science topics. So here's an example of some of the books in this area. And I have a couple arrows here because I really want to point some things out to you. Okay, so here we see right here this arrow. Oh, let me go back a slide. And you can see right here that I have this arrow pointing down to the call number on the spine. Now, this call number right here on the spine that you can see is 551.51 COB. Now, I want to talk about what that call number actually means. So when I say that a book is in the 500s, there's a whole section from 500 to 599.99. All the books in the 500s will be in that area, and it's up to you to look at the spine of the book at the call number. Now, remember, the call number tells us where the book lives in the library. So if it has a 551, you're looking on the spine right here for the 500. You start at the beginning and you're going around until you find 551. Now, if you notice here, there's two books that's 551.51. That's why we go down to the first three letters of the author's last name to help you identify the book. Then you need to know the title. So this title is I Face the Wind, and this is Stars Beneath Your Bed. So if you know the call number and the title, you can locate it on the shelf, look up at the title, make sure that you have the right book, and that will help you to find the books that you need. All right, so the 500s now is this area in our library. It's over by the back window. You notice the plant there, and it's this entire section all the way around, 3 complete sides, top and bottom. All of these books are in the 500s. Now you notice this poster here that tells you 500. So if you ever forget where the 500s are, look for the poster marked 500s, and it's off here to the right side telling you that the 500s start right here and go all the way around. Okay, now what I'd like to do is give you an example of some of the books in our 500s. So I have just taken some pictures of a large variety of books to show you just a sample of the hundreds of books in this section. Now remember, the 500s are our math and natural science books. So if you're looking for animals, if you're looking for math, if you're looking for planets, these are just some of the books that you're going to find in this area. Okay, now it starts out with math books and general books. So how to think like a scientist, math appeal, the North and South Pole, and science and medicine in the past. Those are just a sample of the books at the very beginning of our section. Moves down, and if you're interested in counting, in addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, math, lots of math topics, tons of books here in this area. Here's an example of the areas and on the shelves. Now I want you to notice here in this one, this right here was the first section. Here's the second section, and right here on the top are some of our planet books. So if you're interested in the planets, we're going here to some shapes and some other things, but then we have the planets. So here's just a sample. I have books on every planet in our solar system. I have books about the moon and the sun and the galaxy. Here's just an example. What would it be like to live on Mars, Saturn, Pluto, gas giants, and on and on. I have books about all of the different planets. Beyond that, we can learn about matter, magnets, force, motion, gases, auroras. I love this book here is The Blue Whale, the biggest thing there is. And this is a book that tells you about the biggest thing, and it compares it to the blue whale, which many of you know is the largest mammal on Earth. Okay, so then we move on to time. How long is a year? How long is a day? How long is a minute, a second? Books about time and comparing it to things that we see in life are here in the 500s as well. And then a second is a hiccup, about time, a first look at time and clocks, how clocks were invented, how sea clocks were invented. Books about that are here. All right, now we're moving to the back part of our library, in the 500 section still, but those two back shelves, and let me show you some more of the books in this section. Are you interested in volcanoes, places on Earth, driest places, wettest places, floods and tsunamis? You're going to find these books in the 500s. Remember, math and life science books. So we have lightning and quicksand and the rock cycle, coldest places. Dinosaurs. I know many of you are interested in dinosaurs. I have an entire section on dinosaur books. And then you can find Earth's habitats, tundras, grasslands, rainforests, the desert, and every habitat. There are many copies of books here about all the different habitats on the Earth. Now we're moving into plants and animals, still in the 500s. So I have many books about plants, botany, and then about animals, zoos, zoo animals, and then individual animals, as well as groupings of animals such as amphibians, reptiles, fish, birds, mammals. Let's look at a sampling of more of these. We have a facts book, Guinness World Records about incredible animals, ocean babies, nocturnal animals. These are the books running along this last long section in the 500s. A kookaburra, tapeworms, jellyfish, what's eating you, parasites on the inside. The life cycle of insects, monarch butterflies, orb weavers, caterpillars. We have sharks and catfish and eels and seahorses, crocodiles, boa constrictors, snakes, lizard blood. We go on to penguins and vultures and swallows and birds, and then down to mammals like the blue whale and whale poop. We have the Tasmanian devil, Cecil's Pride, and other lions. And here's another one of those books. Can we share the world with tigers? Again, we have grizzly bears, disgusting animals, biggest animals, and other mammal books. Yes, spider books are in this area. So just to recap, last week we talked about the zeros, 100s, 200s, 300s, and 400s. This week we focused solely on the 500s, math and natural science books, all in the 500s in our library. I want to challenge you today to try to find a book that you'll love out of the 500s.